Having gotten an idea on how transition works, let's turn our attention to animation. Transitions and animation are somewhat similar in effect. The difference between them basically is one, for transition it needs to be triggered. For instance, when the user moves a mouse over an element and the element changes in style or state, it has to be triggered by the user. In the case of animations, it doesn't require the user to trigger it, it happens automatically. Secondly, animations gives us the possibility of creating more intricate and fanciful effects on our web page that gets triggered without the user or the person browsing your website making any move at all. One thing you need to know is animations work on a frame by frame basis. Even more so, you could create more stunning web pages or websites by interweaving transitions and animations together. Let's get into how we can code animations into our websites. To have animation on our web page, we first need to create an element we wish to animate. Here, I'll be creating, let's use a H1 element and then say, hello ninjas. Let's give our H1 a class name of tagline. All right, now we have to head over to our CSS to get the animation effect coded. To animate this heading, here at our CSS, what we're going to do is to add a keyframe, and the syntax goes this way: at keyframes. Next goes in the name or the title of the keyframe. Let's call the keyframe slide. Then there has to be an opening and closing curly braces. This is the syntax. Now, something else you need to know, inside of this curly braces, you get to specify how the animation starts and how it's going to end. We use the from and then to keywords to specify how this animation is going to begin and how it's going to end. Now, the next step is to specify the rules inside of this from and to keywords. Okay, the rules that the animation will utilize to take effect on the web page. In this instance, I want us to slide these Hello Ninjas from the left hand side of the web page into the web page. But first of all, let's centralize this heading. Go over. Remember, in our HTML, the H1 has a class name of tagline. So let's get to add a rule here that says h1.tagline text align center. That takes the Hello Ninjas to the center of the web page. Good. Having done that, let us now specify the rules that will make this heading to slide in from the left. So we're going to use transform translates x. It's going to be sliding on the x axis, which is the horizontal axis. So we're going to transform it so that to translate from the x axis. This time, let's go from minus 300 pixels. Then, so transform translates, translating x to 0. 0 means its origin or original position, which right now is the center of the web page. Good. But you see, even if you refresh the web page, the heading is not animating. It is not animating because we've not given this animation name of slide to the H1 element. Let's go ahead and get that done. We'll indicate that an animation should be effected on this H1 element. The animation name is what? Slide. Good. But it's still not animating. That is because we've not specified the duration with which it has to animate. Let's go with 1 second. You can now see the Hello Ninja slided in or sliding from the left. That is it. If you want it to animate non-stop, you specify infinite and to just keep animating. All right. Else how, if you remove the infinite, it animates just once. That is when the web page loads.